Hello everyone, welcome back to Galaxy 2. We will be going into Throwback Galaxy in this video, but not quite yet. We have some other business to attend to, specifically this, Sweet Mystery, which is from an earlier world and involves, it came from the Bluma. I didn't do it. Waited a while to get that one. Anyway, you'll notice several edits in this level, which, even though this level is incredibly easy, I, for some reason, managed to fuck it up like a million times, hence why I have 300 star bits. So there's a, you know, a positive. Some of the times that I fucked it up were completely my fault, like just me being bad, and other times were the game deciding that I am not pressing the button that I am pressing at any given time, which is one of my least favorite things that happens in video games, is when the game is like, when like you very clearly press A, and like you press A at a moment where doing it, you know, it'll make you jump usually, and then it just doesn't. The game's like, no, you didn't press it, so you're dying now because you should have pressed it, but I didn't hear you. And I just hate that bullshit. I do like this level though because it's got sweets in it of undefined types. I mean, those boxy platforms are pretty obviously supposed to be like cakes. I don't know what this is that I'm standing on. Maybe like a Jaffa cake kind of thing. And you got these little, I'm gonna call them crackers. They look to me like graham crackers that I'm walking on, so yeah. Anyway, but it's another use of the bulb berry. It's not a super interesting level, but one that I managed to spend like fucking 15 minutes doing somehow. But there you have it. That's through the magic of video editing. It only takes a couple of minutes to see something that I sucked at for like 20 minutes. It's movie magic. And it's our 69th star, LOL. And I just decided to let this take forever. It would be awesome if I want to get like 5,000 star bits in a level, just die like 40 times, and get a shitload of star bits in one go, and then just let the count go down for like 5 minutes. That'd be fun. Anyway, before we move on, we have another bit of unfinished business to attend to, which is we have to go back to Honey Hop to talk to this goddamn chimp again. He's got another score challenge for us, and once again, I really got boned on this one. The vast majority of the points you're gonna get are gonna be at the top, which I didn't figure out until like my third run through, because this level isn't exactly like, made well to move around in without the B. And also, I don't know if I have, like, no sense of, like, depth perception or something, but for some reason, I am unable to jump on enemies in these Mario games. Like, I'm just... I never can space it out, or I always get hit by one of them when I am not, like... when I don't think I'm in their line of sight, and, like, I'm always, like, landing just in front of them or way overshooting it. Like, I don't know. It is an incredibly, you know, ubiquitous and simple mechanic in Mario games. And like that should be an easy hopping on all four of their heads. And instead, I have to, like, stop and adjust myself and get a rock shoved up my ass before I can do anything. And it sucks because in these missions, the whole point is that you want to string together as many of these guys as possible. I usually just do a spin in the air. That's usually enough to correct my jump, but I don't know. There's probably a much more efficient and elegant way to do this part. I am not doing it. As you can see, I'm having trouble even getting on the fucking flower swing. I don't know what it is about these score challenges that just revert me back to baby mode, where I've never played a video game before, but whatever. This was like the third or fourth try, so third or fourth try is the charm. And yeah, this is what you need to be doing. This is what I've been trying to do this whole fucking time. And I was extremely worried here. I'm really cutting it close. But all's well. Yeah, and then I have to land, of course, in front of that one. That's what I'm talking about. Like, it's so just an inch of difference. And yeah, just barely. Like, within an inch of my life. Why does this guy have so many goddamn stars in his hands? Don't you know that there's, like, a power crisis? I didn't mean to talk to him. Don't you know that Bowser is, like, sucking up all the power stars so he can make... I don't know what he's trying to do. It's kind of not very specifically laid out exactly what Bowser's plans are in this one. I think his whole thing is he's gonna, like, make his own galaxy for himself. Because he makes the galaxy generator at the end. But isn't that, like, making numerous galaxies? Like, I don't know what he wants. I know that he wants Peach to make him a cake, but, like, you can do that without, like, taking over the fabric of reality, I would think. But maybe Mario's just that good. Who knows? Anyway, now we can do some nostalgia baiting. Common criticism of Galaxy 2 is that a lot of the levels are recycled, either from Galaxy 1 or, like, from within this game. There's a lot of parts where you just have to do the same thing again. We're gonna have a repeat of a couple bosses that we've done at least once before at this point. But this rehash is a cool rehash that people liked when this came out because it is a rehash of Mario 64, which is a game that everyone enjoys. This is also one of, like, 3 levels in Mario 64 that I have any extended experience playing because, along with, like, Bob on Battlefield and the mountain, the snowy one, you know what I'm saying? Because I am bad at that game and I've never really played all that much of it, if I'm being honest. I know that it's kind of like, you know, basic cable 3D platform gaming stuff, but yeah, I'm not good at it. I wasn't instantly amazing at it when I tried it, so I did not continue playing it, but I do think it is a good game. It's always funny where it's praised so much for, like, how amazing the movement feels and how great and intuitive the camera was, and when I played through the game, I was like, those are my 2 biggest issues with the game, is that it feels weird to move, and the camera doesn't always help me out. That is almost certainly a consequence of, growing up with newer games than that and just not being used to it. And I understand now, as an adult, the, context in which Mario 64 came out and, why it is praised as such in terms of its movement and all that jazz. I know that now, but when I was a kid and I first played the game, I was like, this game's stupid. I didn't think it was stupid, but I was like, why does everyone think this is the best fucking Mario game ever? This game is hard. I like Sunshine better, or I like Galaxy better. But, that was just me and my little late 90s baby brain, not knowing about other things. But now I do know about other things, and now I can just admit that the reason I was like that is because I'm bad at video games, and that is called growth and maturity. But yeah, not a whole lot to say about this level, because if you've seen this level in Mario 64, you know what it is. It's pretty much that, except, Galaxy elements added into it. It's kind of fun, and I think this game is just a little bit before video games and really just culture in general became 90% nostalgia stuff, and just all about hey, it's the thing that you like from the past again. Do you want it? Don't you love it? This adds, superficially at least, enough, unique to this game stuff about it, and it's just a neat little thing. I don't really mind it. Having one world where it's like this is, an homage to a level and a game that is very good and memorable. And also you get the, more high quality, bigger, brassier, jazzier cover of the theme song. I really liked the I always really liked the Galaxy version of that theme in this game. It's fun. Anyway, yeah, here's Womp. He's a little different, although he is, at his core the same, and they actually make it kind of easier because he's huge, and they give you a big shadow where he's going to come out. They do give you these little baby Womps, but they don't do much, and he kills most of them with his body. And there you have it. And there's a really funny thing coming up right here. I always love that, dang it. It's cute. So there you have it. We're gonna go back in and have some more stuff to do in Throwback. I'm just building up to the final level, even though it is not that in the slightest. I don't know why I keep saying it. That is the weird thing about this game, is that when you beat the final Bowser level, it's there's 20 hours of gameplay that you can do afterwards. Granted, most of it is going backward, but there's a whole other world after it too, so it's regular gameplay isn't even technically done during the last level, so it just feels kind of anticlimactic, when we get to it, which is probably going to be next week, it's just going to be wow, we finished the final Bowser level, and now we're going to just do some more levels for 12 more videos. Anyway, Silver Stars. Super easy. This is probably a decent level to get starbits in, I would imagine, because they are always falling, and there's just a lot of stuff that gives you starbits in this level. I don't know if that's true. I'm yawning. I don't know if that is actually the case, that it is a good level for doing that, but I can think that it is. Anyway, yeah, hope everybody is having a good Wednesday. I had a pretty, not too stressful or long day at work yesterday and today, which is nice. It's always cool when work isn't the worst thing ever. And it is hot as shit where I live. And I am really over it already, and I just know that this summer is gonna be brutal, because if it's already this hot and this humid and we're in early June, I just know that when we get to like late July or early August, it's gonna be like the city, it already feels like a fucking swamp in this city. I mean, it kind of feels like that regardless, but especially when it's hot, and it's always humid because it's usually raining in the summers, and so there's always a lot of moisture in the air, and it just makes it worse. It's just, and I walk to work in the morning, and I'm already, like, if it's just hot, I'm already, like, if it's just warm, I'm already sweating, because I'm, like, carrying a bag, and I'm walking, and, I'm just, the streets that I'm on, the sun is, there's like no shade, so the sun is just like beating down on you, and then you add the humidity on top of that, and just by the time I get to work, I'm just like damp. I just feel like a fucking bog creature, like a frog or something. I just have this like thin film of wetness over my whole body, and it sucks. I just feel gross. Like, what's the point of showering in the morning? When you just go outside and instantly smell like armpit no matter what you do. I don't love it. I don't love the heat. I've said before that I prefer cold weather to hot weather. Obviously, I don't love either extreme. Like, being really goddamn cold is not fun either. Like being like freezing. My main problem with the cold is that my skin gets really dry really easily in the cold, and so like I have to like constantly, and when I say constantly, I mean like every hour or two. If I don't like put lotion on my hands every hour or two in the dead of winter, they'll like crack open. That's how like ashy and dry they get in the cold. But it has to be pretty cold to do that. And my like ideal temperature is like 70s. If it's like 60 to 75 degrees out, and like maybe there's a little bit of a breeze or whatever, or maybe even not that, then that's perfectly comfortable. And we got like 2 solid weeks of that. Usually we don't even get that much anymore, but we got like 2 solid weeks of really nice weather. Like it was hot, it was warm, but it was like breezy, and it was nice out, and it wasn't raining, and it was like 70 degrees every day, and it was awesome. That was like the best time to walk to work. And now it's just going to be 100 degrees until September, and then we'll have 1 week in September where it either just rains a lot, and or it's like, 60 and it's cool. And then from the beginning of October until like mid-April, it's going to be like 40 degrees or less. I fucking hate the weather here. I don't really think that moving anywhere would really help. I mean, anywhere south of here just gets even fucking hotter in the summer. And I can hack a tough winter, but I mean, if you're going up into places like even somewhere fairly like nearby, like Buffalo or something, I mean, you're talking about some pretty hefty snowstorms, but I think the trend is up with the temperature, right? Like, it's trending hotter, I would imagine. I mean, I certainly think it's hotter. Not that the daily temperature of the specific place that I live proves or disproves climate change, of course, but you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I don't know, I don't like just how the weather here is just one of two extremes. If it's not sweat your balls off hot, or, like, becoming permafrost level cold, then it's just raining. And that can accompany either of those two extremes. It can be rainy and really cold, which is a bummer, and it can be rainy and really hot, which sucks, because then you feel like you're in a sauna. Anyway, we've bitched about the weather for like 5 minutes. That was dog shit. I hate video games. I got a lot of one-ups from all of those, getting all those star bits in those last couple galaxies where I died 15 times. And that was stupid on my part, I apologize. I do like this level, it's a cool gimmick. It's one that I find particularly cumbersome, but not in a terrible way. It's mostly just my own... See, this is a perfect level to play to my, like, weaknesses and anxieties, because I am one of those people who, like, I'll obtain information about something, and then instantly, like, as I have to act on that information, I instantly have to be like, wait, I need to make sure that what I just perceived was correct. Does that make any sense? Like, I'll see the platforms, I'll see where it goes, and I'll go, okay, so I just do this. And then I start to do that, and then I'm like, well, wait, I don't know. And then I have to wait for it to flash again before I can do it. And it's the same thing with most things. I'm trying to think of other examples, and I really can't. Like, when I'm sending money to someone, like if I'm Venmoing someone, or if I am, you know, doing some bank account shit, you know, I'll see how much I need to pay for whatever, and then I'll go to pay it, and then I'll be like, wait, am I paying the right? Oh my god. And then I have to check again, and it's like, you can't, like, retain information for 30 seconds. And it's not that I forget, it's that I need to confirm, because I'm just so worried about doing the wrong thing by accident that I don't trust myself to actually, like, have perceived something correctly, like, 5 seconds before. So yeah, I, like, barely talked about any of that, but that's fine. That's not... Let's Plays aren't really about talking about video games. Let's Plays are about, bitching about the weather and your job, talking about things that people are talking about on Twitter, and talking about all of your various neuroses. So tune in next time for Slimy Spring and Battle Belt Galaxy, and more of me doing that. See you then.